Department of Law Enforcement estimates that a violent crime is committed every 4.5 minutes in the state of Florida. But could any of these be prevented with better security? I'm Miranda Kahn, and you're watching WPTV's Ask the Attorney web chat. And joining me today is Bill Williams, a partner of the personal injury law firm of Lytle and Ryder. Bill, it's so good to have you back here.
Thanks for having us.
And we want to let all of you know that before we begin, if you have a question here for Bill or want more information about one of our topics, then you can use the form on your screen to submit your questions online, and we'll try to get them answered for you. So let's talk about today's topic. Today's topic is negligent security. Can you tell me what exactly that means in terms of a civil case?
That is basically where a corporation or entity fails to provide proper security, not only to its employees, but the patrons or customers who use that or go to that commercial entity.
So what type of security measures should businesses have in place in order to protect their patrons?
Well, we've all seen the typical security of a gas station where the cameras and things of that nature, but in those businesses that need to have security, especially those in high crime areas where there's crimes against persons, they need to have extra security such as cameras and a lot of times security guards, armed or unarmed.
Which brings me to my next question. You just said high crime areas. Do businesses in those high crime areas have more of an obligation to put security measures in place versus those who do not?
Absolutely. Under Florida law, those businesses that are in a high crime area, especially where there's a crime grid which shows a pattern of crimes against persons, those businesses need to take foreseeable changes and action to protect their patrons or customers from a criminal act.
So if someone watching has been or will be in the future, we hope not, a victim of a crime at a nearby business, what should that person do?
That person should, number one, contact the business and let them know what has happened to them. Number two, ask them if there is a video or surveillance. I mean, in today's world, from all the iPhones we have, the different phones that we have, and smartphones, everything has a camera on it.
Right.
There's security cameras everywhere, but preserve the evidence about the attack or criminal activity.
So if someone is attacked at a business or a violent crime occurs, how can your firm actually help?
We can investigate to see if there's a potential cause of action based upon the past history of that business and the criminal acts that have occurred there, and whether that business should have taken action to prevent criminal acts against its customers.
Is that difficult to prove whether or not a business is responsible?
Not at all. In today's computerized world, with the databases that law enforcement has concerning crime grids and prior criminal acts, it's not hard at all to prove.
Well, you mentioned surveillance video. Surveillance video obviously doesn't last forever. So how soon should a person contact an attorney if he or she is interested in pursuing?
Typically as quickly as possible, because some businesses do not have a retention policy, and that videotape will probably be gone within 30 days.
Really? That short?
Yes.
Can you give me some examples of some of the negligent security cases that you've handled in the past? You don't have to give any specific names, obviously.
Without names, cases in Broward County, there was one there in Broward County against a national gas station dealership. There was one against a national chain store concerning those businesses being in high crime areas and those businesses not taking proper action to prevent injuries to their customers when they had multiple attacks against persons and prior attacks against their own customers.
So how does your firm exactly go about when it comes to investigating one of these cases?
We will put that business on notice right away, ask them to preserve the videotape, asking them to not destroy that videotape, and then pull the prospective crime grid of the area concerning the types of crimes that have taken place, especially crimes against persons. Those are the most important crimes to analyze. Is what is the pattern of criminal conduct against individuals at those respective locations.
How common is something like this?
Happens all the time, more so today with the economy.
Really?
Yes.
Finally, something that we bring up during every web chat, is there any cost to contacting your law firm?
No, not at all.
And there's no cost to, well, I shouldn't just say contacting, but if someone does seek your legal advice, there is no cost until
a recovery is made.
Right.
We're paid for accomplishment, not for activity.
Bill, good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Thanks for coming. And that's all the time we have for questions today. We want to thank you for joining us. And we'll have an attorney from Lytle Ryder here every other Tuesday at 1:30 in the afternoon on WPTV.com, answering the questions you submit online in the Ask the Attorney section of our website. So if we didn't get to your questions during the webcast, We'll make sure that someone does respond to your question with an email, so make sure to get those questions in. And as always, thanks for joining us.